All right, we are live. Welcome everybody to the House of Horrors, and tonight we'll be talking about some Christmas fear for you guys with Greta. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, Steven?
Good. I see your Krampus horns there, getting
Yeah,
in the
it's
spirit.
pretty much the only holiday thing I have. Any excuse to wear horns, so I'm good.
There you go. Because it's like, well, Halloween already did that. There's no Valentine's Day horns, or maybe you could get like a sword or something. I don't know.
Maybe like a demonic cupid or something.
There we go. Ooh, we got a movie idea. Shh, we'll talk later. It's like another round. It needs some more holiday movies besides. I don't think there's many Valentine's movies besides Cupid and Valentine's Day.
Yeah, I think I had a list of some. Well, My Bloody Valentine being
well,
probably one of
well,
the
well, yeah,
things.
My Bloody
Yeah.
Valentine. But but yeah, that's another month there. But since it's Christmas time, yeah, we'll be talking a whole bunch of Krampus movies and let's see. Oh, hey, Anthony. He's up to his 2000 memoirs or 2007 now. It got a Christmas movie out. What Christmas movie? You have to check that out. So, but yeah, one of my new favorite Christmas movies, which I'll be watching, of course, was one we talked about waiting to come out. Terrifier 3. That was great. I was so
Yes, I did
excellent.
recently watch that.
Yes, it definitely continued on. Let's see, a horror movie. Oh, okay. Anthony's saying he's got a horror Christmas movie coming out. We got The View with Drew in here saying, "What's up? How are you?" So yeah, everybody who's in here, what's your favorite horror Christmas movie? I'm sure we'll probably drop it on the list. I'm sure. Uh, but yeah, we will be, of course, talking spoilers. So anyone who doesn't want to hear spoilers about the movies, watch the movie first, come back, or if you don't care, you've been warned. So, yeah. Oh, Gremlins is his favorite. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, that's one I watch every year too, which I was going to bring that up on the list there. It's like you
Yeah,
gotta have.
last year I watched There's Something in the Barn, and I feel like that had a like Gremlin vibes to it. That was a pretty cute movie too.
Who was in that one?
It takes place I think in like Norway, but it's an American family who inherits this like farm out there, and I do recognize the father, but I can't think of his name.
It's called There's Something in the Barn.
Yeah, so it's about like Norwegian, like these like little elves, and you have to be respectful to them, and they'll be helpful. But if you piss them off, then they terrorize the property and terrorize you.
Let's
It's
see.
like
In
it's
American.
like rules, just like with gremlins. You have to follow these rules, and if you don't, consequences to pay.
So don't feed them after midnight. Keep, yeah, all those rules. It says American family fulfills their dream of moving back to their roots after inheriting a remote cabin in the mountains of Norway, but there's a surprise waiting for them.
I recognized the father. I think that was the only person I recognized.
I'm assuming it's the father. Martin Starr plays Bill Nordham, or however you say the last name there. Let's see. Towns, Bunner, Zoe. I don't really recognize any of these people. Like, let's see. Paul Monaghan, he was an ancient elf. And then there's no pictures for all the other elves. They just have names. And they look like Norwegian names. Like, the last name is Vaicekaus Vasqueti. I don't even know. Just like a bunch of foreign names for the elves. So, was there any good kills in that one that the elves pulled off, or tricks,
Um,
or anything?
I'm trying to think. 'Cause it's been about a year since I've watched that. Uh, I can't really remember the kills. Oh no, no, they're locals. Some of the locals did get killed. Um, but yeah, it's not quite fresh in my mind. I just remember that I did like it.
I'll have to check that out. Watch it before Christmas. Like a lot of the ones, to be honest, I haven't really seen too many new ones. There's like usually ones that I enjoy watching, every year. Um, what was the one? And for people who like zombies and musicals, Anna and the Apocalypse is a good one. So I think
Yeah,
that was a first watch for you, wasn't it?
it was, and I'm probably gonna get hate for this. I didn't really care for that. So I'm not a huge fan of musicals, and I kind of thought some of the musical numbers kind of went on too long. And I did like the humor. It reminded me a lot of Shaun of the Dead, but as I was watching it, I was like, well, I kind of would rather be watching Shaun of the Dead.
Well, I mean, it is a musical, so if people don't like musicals, then probably wouldn't recommend it for them. I mean, it's got some good kills and a lot of good,
Yeah, the special effects were really good. And I knew it was a musical going in, but I decided I was going to have an open mind. But watching it, I was like, oh my god, they're still singing. They're going to go back to the story now.
uh, but yeah, the ex boyfriend though, he was funny. The whole soldier of war, how they're all enjoying the
Yeah,
apocalypse
I think they
fighting,
were they're having fun.
and they were having fun while the one who worked in like TV productions, and then the girlfriend did theater. So, oh boy, but he was annoying though. But it's like, spoiler alert. But I mean, it's been out a few years though. It's like, don't get too attached to any characters. We'll just leave it at that. Pretty
Yeah.
much. So, when they were in the bowling alley, that was one of my favorite scenes. I like that one. And that teacher totally pissed me off. He's like,
Oh, was it
Hercules.
with the principal?
Well, he was going to become the principal or whatever.
Oh, right,
He was
right.
like saying
Yeah,
how,
and I totally didn't trust him when they all were like walking ahead of him. I'm like, no, no, no. Some of you need to stay behind. Like I knew he could not be trusted. Split up. Don't all just walk into a room. That way you could get trapped. Steven? Oh no. I don't know if I'm having connection problems or if Steven is. Okay. So yeah, there was Anna and the Apocalypse. That one was pretty good. I guess I'm not sure if he's the one having an issue, so I guess I'll just start rambling until I hear him. Um, I guess another thing we're talk about is Christmas anthologies. I don't know if anyone has a favorite. I personally like A Christmas Horror Story. Let's see. Oh no, it's just me. Well, I'm hoping Steven comes back soon. Um, yeah, I know on Tubi there's a lot of Christmas movies. Some anthologies, a lot of slashers, Santas. And I'm about to be joined by Nadia. Well, let's see. I liked the Christmas Story and Holidays. I don't know if I've seen that one yet. I know there was one. What the
I'm back.
Christmas? Oh, okay. Oh, thank God! I was like, oh my God, this is awkward.
Oh, hold on, let me turn this back down. If I have to, I might like if it goes out again, I might just like click on the link and invite myself on my phone or whatever, and just come on without my background. But I don't know what happened there. Let's see. I had left a little message there saying I might try my phone. We got Have Cheetah Will Views in here. What's up, Patrick?
Yeah, I just started rambling about Christmas anthologies and how I like Christmas Horror Story is probably my favorite.
Yes.
I recently watched a few other ones. I watched December, which there was a lot of stories. I think there was like 24, and then I think they showed like a few extra ones during the credits. And then I watched Holiday Hell. That one was pretty good too.
Oh, with Jeffrey Combs, when each item has
Yeah,
a
it's at
different
the
story.
antique shop, and yeah, there's like a twist at the end.
Yeah. Yeah, my connection is bah humbug. Yes, it is.
Aw.
Oh man, it was yeah, A Christmas Horror Story. You said the Krampus was your favorite story in that,
Mine.
or yeah, what?
I did like the Krampus one in that one, but like I think all the stories in that was pretty good. I like the twist with the Santa Claus where he thinks that he's fighting elves and whatnot, and then you see what he's doing in real life. It's like, oh my god.
Hey, those elves were freaky looking. Whoever did the design on those, they did some
Yeah,
good.
they're like rabid. It's like rabid zombie elves that he was killing, and then you see what was going on in real life. I'm like, oh my god.
That first time I saw that, I was like, "Whoa!" Like that was one twist I didn't expect there at all. The guy mentally just, oh yeah, just kill the elves. Uh, the one when it like bit his leg and everything, took a you're like
Yeah.
zombie elves.
But I like they went traditional because there was the one story about going back to the Celtic roots with the changeling one with
I
the
was gonna
child.
say, yeah, the changeling one.
Yeah. Although that was not, I don't really think it's a Christmassy one, but I do, I appreciated it was like a going back to like Celtic, folklore.
Well, it was like, of course, taking place during Christmas. I think they were out there looking for a tree, and the kid wandered
Oh,
off into that
right.
hole and came back. And so, what was it? I remember, like, it's been a while since I watched it, but what did he do? Was he like eating some meat or something weird? He was doing something weird with some food or something, the changeling.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen it too. I know like it was inhuman, so it was starting to behave. The mother was starting to suspect this isn't my son.
Like some weird stuff was going on. Let's see, Tyler Maine made a good Krampus and Grimm. Oh, was he Krampus? I haven't watched Grimm in so long. I forgot they did a Christmas episode.
Hmm.
The TV show Grimm.
Oh yeah, I watched Grimm too, but it's been a while. I know the Sabrina, the one on Netflix, they did an episode on the Frau Perch, or not Frau, no, Grilla and the giantess and her the Yule lads.
Right. I gotta check on that. Um, I didn't finish Sabrina. I was on the last season of that. There's like some stuff I finished and I haven't, but I remember they did a American Horror Stories one. Who was the Santa on that one? I don't know. Are you here, Steve? Steven? I know he looks stuff up, but you remember
Oh,
that American Horror Stories? The Santa was going on
oh,
killing.
that was like the first season. It was like a mall, wasn't it like a mall Santa
Yeah, it
one?
was
And
the
then
mall
like the frat
Santa.
boys. Yeah, I vaguely remember that one.
It was someone like well known was the Santa, and I can't remember who it was. Oh, who played that? I'm gonna have to look that up. I guess Steven isn't in here just quite yet because he'd probably have that up in 2 seconds. But yeah, there were those punks on the mall that were doing the like live streams and pissed them off, and then they went like on a killing spree.
Art the Clown was quite the mall Santa.
That was great when she saw him walking by. Yeah, it's like a clown Santa Claus. Something seems a little odd about that. When he first pulled out that toy, like at first I thought it was going to be like a body part or something. When he actually gave the kid, a little girl, a Christmas toy, I was like, he's actually giving a Christmas toy. That's surprising there.
But then what happens later? That got pretty dark.
Oh yeah. I can see why some people got mad about it, but it's like again, it's like if you don't like it, just don't go watch it. You've been warned. These movies are pushing to their extreme, and it's Damien's artistic way. What was it? What was the other one I was going to think of here? Another one of my Santa ones, Silent Night, Deadly Night. The original. Punish. I love to see when the person gets killed on the antlers.
Yeah, that's an iconic scene. I did watch because we were talking about how there's like different movies called Silent Night, but one of them is an unofficial like remake of that. And I saw like the little nods to the original, and one they tried to recreate that infamous scene with the antlers.
Oh gosh, is my connection going again?
Yeah, it looks like you're
okay.
freezing up.
Get my connection was going. My connection was going again. Darn it! I might have to switch to my phone, maybe. If it does it again, I'm gonna actually let me get it ready in case I need to.
Yeah,
But I'm sorry.
I can still hear you. It's just your image is frozen now.
No, okay. Well, I guess as long as I can be heard. I think it did that a couple weeks ago. Like people could hear me, but I was just like frozen. Let's see. Patrick said, "There's a Kirk Cameron Saves Christmas." That does sound like a horror movie.
I like him. Stop it.
Okay, I don't know who Kirk Cameron is. That's a good one.
He was in oh god, what was the show he was in? Was he in that Family Ties?
Oh, Growing Pains.
Or
I just
Growing Pains? Yeah,
okay.
Growing Pains, not Family Ties, Growing Pains. And then he did the first Left Behind movies that they made based on the book, and he does all those Christian movies now. So yeah, but they don't continue them. I hate that. Like they redid Left Behind again, another new one, and they totally changed it from the book. None of it made sense, and then they did it at the point where they don't continue it. They like retell the same stuff in a different way. They've never continued the movies on the book. They need to like just finish it in a good way. But anyway, so what else was on your list there?
Ones that I've recently seen, or
Yeah, what was something recent that?
So for this season,
Might
I
have been
watched
good one.
Terrifier 3. I watched Mother Krampus 1 and 2. I didn't really care so much for that. The second one wasn't as bad, even though it had nothing to do with the first one. And then the Advent Calendar. Did you get to watch that one today?
I was gonna watch it today, but I didn't realize it was subtitled. I wasn't really in the mood.
Oh yeah, it's a foreign one.
I mean, I don't mind foreign movies, but I didn't realize it was a foreign one. I started watching it. I'm like, yeah, not right now. Sorry.
That's understandable, but I like that one. And the Apocalypse.
So what was that Advent calendar about?
So the main character, she's in a wheelchair and she's gifted this really creepy advent calendar, and it comes with rules. It's like, you need to eat all the chocolates, you have to obey, and if you drop me, I will kill you. It's like all these rules. If you break the rules, I will kill you. So it's like, well, who doesn't want to start this baby? But she does, and like there's some sort of like demon living in the advent calendar, and it's changing her life, sometimes for the better, sometimes for the worse. And it presents, it tells her that it has the power to make her walk again, but it asks the question, what would you be willing to do? What would you be willing to sacrifice, to be able to walk? So it kind of posed, like an interesting thing. I mean, it's supernatural, but it was also like a psychological, and I thought it was pretty well done.
That sounds interesting. I will watch it. I do want to see it. It's just, yeah. Yes, I think wasn't December. Didn't they have some foreign ones in that one too? I remember going through there.
Yeah, there was quite a mix. There was quite a few foreign ones, but there was some American ones. But like there just was a lot. I mean, there was, because when I knew it was an Advent themed one, but I thought, okay, are we just doing 12 days of Christmas? And then it went beyond 12. I'm like, are we going up to 25? Are we going up to 31? And all of them were maybe about 5 minutes long, but there's just boom, boom, boom. It just one after another. It just, usually anthologies are typically around 3 to 5, but having 24 stories, that just, that was a lot.
Yeah, they were pretty short. It was weird, but it wasn't like 2.5. Well, how long? I mean, they were a few minutes each, I think, or something, or a couple minutes at the most.
Yeah, I think because the movie, and then I saw how long it was too. It was over 2 hours.
Yeah. Patrick said he'd sacrifice his iced coffee for Greta to have antlers forever.
I take it you're liking the horns or antlers or whatever these are.
Or at least cat whiskers.
Cat whiskers. Actually, that might scare my cats. I've seen videos of people put on like masks or cat ears, and the cats are like all puffing up and reacting to that. I've never tried that. They haven't responded to this though, so maybe I'd be okay with cat ears.
But then whenever they see another cat, though, it's like, yeah, Krampus horns they can handle. Then they see cat ears.
Well, I've seen like people wear like the actual, like the full like Halloween mask of like either a cat or a dog, and then they approach their pets, and the pets just have a freak out.
Freak out. Yep, they've done that with dog masks. I've seen videos of people have done that to freak their animals out. Some of them freak out, and then other ones are just like looking like, "What are you doing?" Kind of like bark at your dog and see how they react.
Yeah. Or I've hissed at my cats, and they usually understand. Like that's code. Like I'm pissed. Let's see.
Cats getting freaked out is a hoot. Yeah. Especially when they run and jump up the wall. I saw one that freaked out and like went like all spider cat and just like jumped up the wall freaking out. Okay, go ahead.
Let's see. Going back to what else I've seen. The Silent Night. I watched the one that's the action one where I explained to my mom it's like Death Wish but like at Christmas time.
Yeah, that Silent Night where they killed his kid. Yeah,
that one was pretty good, but I mean not really horror, but it was a good action movie.
Yeah.
That we just talked about December holiday.
The ending kind of like I was disappointed with the ending of Silent Night, the one with the vigilante one, but yeah.
I was okay with it because had it not been that way, like, you know, what was going to happen to him? You know, I was okay with it.
Yeah. I mean, maybe I just need to watch it again. I don't know. But as a first watch, I was like, yeah.
And actually, when we talked about it, I guess I thought you had said that there was a twist in it. So as I was watching it, like I thought the detective was going to be dirty or something. So I was expecting that to happen. It's like,
did I say there was a twist in that one?
No, because I then went to look back at our conversation. You didn't say that. You just said you were disappointed. So it was just.
Oh, okay.
You're
like, where's the twist? You're like, where's the twist? You're like thinking all this stuff in your head. Ooh, where's the twist?
Yeah, I was like all suspicious of the detective for no reason.
Oh, that's funny. Hey, Echo, how's it going? It's saying hello.
Hello.
So anyone who hasn't said that, what's people in the chat's favorite Christmas movies? I did watch, what was it? He Knows. It's about this killer, like Sammy the Elf. Lynn Lowry plays the grandmother in it. And it's like supposedly like Santa's kid that the elves made. And as a little girl, the stepdad or was killed in the beginning, and he left her and then like tossed the eye out, killed the father. Oh, Santa Jaws. Yep. I saw that once when it came out, I think.
Yeah, I saw Santa Jaws too, but like He Knows. I think I've seen that one too.
And then the daughter, Julianne Prescott had a small role in it. She was like the boyfriend, or she was the boyfriend. Yeah, that's a role for her. Yeah, Julie, good. She can act any role. The girlfriend of the guy who was like a drug dealer, and when he came in, like killed her with the needles, overdosed her. Some good deaths.
Yeah, I did watch that last year. I watched so many Christmas movies last year that my memory is a little bit of a blur, but I do know I watched that one.
And then
yeah, it was pretty good.
Yes, Echo said Die Hard. Yes, that is a Christmas movie.
Yeah. Violent Night's a good action movie too. I mean, Die Hard, more of an action and not horror, but it's still a really good movie.
Yeah. Creature is Stirring. Did you ever watch that one? Where they're like watching the play, and the play tells the story, like they're on stage, and then it goes into the part in the anthology.
Yeah, that's an anthology. Yeah, I watched that one last year too. That one was pretty good.
There's actually more horror Christmas movies than people might think. There's a lot.
Yeah, because I sent you that article. Bloody Disgusting had an article like over 120 Christmas horror movies, and I had looked through that. At the time, I had watched 40 of them. I've probably seen about 50 of them now, but it's like that's not even half. Like there's still a lot more for me to explore.
Plus, I'm sure all the anthologies and independent ones and all that didn't even make that list.
Yeah, like with Mark's, like with Mark Polonia's, like Feeders 2 made the list, but not his other ones. Like there's Sister Krampus and Yule Log, and was it Hell on a Shelf?
Hell on a Shelf, which I watched that today. Yeah.
Yeah, none of his other ones were on the list. It was just Feeders 2.
Huh. Hey, at least one of them made the list. That's cool. Where is that link? I'm trying to find that link you showed me.
Oh, for the Bloody Disgusting.
Yeah, I'm going to bring that up here. Let's see. 'Tis the season to be scary. Fa la la la. Let's see. For horror fans, 120 titles on the list. Let's see. A Cadaver Christmas. A Christmas Tale. Christmas set in 1985. A group of kids spending their holiday at a coastal village stumble across a woman dressed as Santa suit trapped in a pit. When they discover the woman is an infamous thief, they decide to keep her trapped and torture her in hopes she shares where she hid her loot. They realize the error of their ways after the woman frees herself and seeks bloody revenge. I'm going to have to check that out. That sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Alien Raiders. Oh, there it is. All the Creatures Were Stirring is on that list.
Yep, I've seen that one. I watched All Through the House.
I was just about to say, that's where I am, All Through the House. Yep.
I haven't seen American Exorcist. And there's Anna and the Apocalypse. Oh, the zombie snowman. I did like
that. Was funny. Yeah, he's hitting the zombies.
You saw it? I have not seen another Wolf Cop. I know my friend loves the first Wolf Cop, and I know he's mentioned, the second one takes place at Christmas. Like, okay, I'll keep that.
I forgot the second one took place during Christmas until I saw that. I have both of those. They were sent in the horror pack. Let's see.
There's ATM. I haven't seen that one.
It's weird how they have Batman Returns on there. Yeah, it was set during Christmas, but I don't know how it made the horror list though.
Better Watch Out was creepy. I did watch that. It was one of those, like, the kid is really creepy in that. I'm like, that's not, sometimes you'll watch a movie and it's like, it's good, but I have no interest in watching that again.
Yeah. Yeah, I put that up there. Echo was saying Night of the Comet could be called a Christmas movie. It takes place around Christmas, just looks more like springtime. Let's see. I'm trying to remember Night of the Comet. Let's see.
I have seen that one, but it's been a long, long time.
I liked Better Watch Out how that kid was messing with his sitter.
Yeah, he was just straight up creepy.
When that stuff came down the stairs, didn't even say you Home Alone them. Like they actually made a joke about Home Alone in it.
But yeah, they might have, because I'm sure they were, aware of it. Oh, and there's a foreign movie. It was a French movie that had the same premise that came out before Home Alone, but that one was more of like a straight up horror. No, I don't know if it's horror, but it was more straight up violent. It wasn't just because in the American and Home Alone, the injured, in real life they would have gotten really injured, but they didn't on screen. But they were saying that the Home Alone, I think it was Deadly Games, it was inspired from the French movie or something along those lines. And we got Black Christmas. The original is very much that's a classic. I like the 2000s.
I was just about to say.
Oh no, I can't hear you.
The obscene phone calls. I don't think they ever really like revealed the killer in it though, did they?
In the first one, no.
Yeah, I didn't think so. They did.
But then they explained a lot in the 2006 one, which they kind of gave it more backstory.
Yeah. A new Return of Living Dead might be a Christmas movie, only now it looks like a Poopness movie. Probably.
Did you watch the teaser for that?
No, not yet. I think I saw that on YouTube, but I just ignored it. I was like, Return of the Living Dead. I was like, no, I didn't realize it was a remake. I'll have to check it out.
Well, not a remake. I think it's supposed to take place shortly after the first movie. I think
Or
it's like
after?
18 months.
Oh, okay. I didn't even watch that Black Christmas. I started that Black Christmas, the 2019 one. That was horrible.
Yeah, that one was hot. That one was hot garbage. That just don't even bother with that one.
I didn't finish it. I started it. It was just, I'm like, what am I watching? Let's see, Blood Beat, The Body. Oh, that was funny. Caesar and Otto's Deadly Xmas. That was a funny one. All those are funny. They did the the camp one also that had, well, this one has Felissa Rose, same as the other one.
So it's a movie series.
They do different ones. They do paranormal Halloween, and then they have a summer camp one. And it's funny because they sort of make a reference joke to about Felissa Rose. That connects,
Okay.
like people who know Sleepaway Camp, when they mention her, it's like a joke about Sleepaway Camp.
Yes.
They're really funny. Yeah, and
Yeah.
this one,
She was at the one convention I was at over the summer, but she her table was so packed. I didn't get a chance to talk to her.
probably should have waited. I mean, it was worth. She's really cool, and she taught. I mean, which is a good thing. But she talks a lot to the fans too and everything. So, but yeah, she's really fun. If I ever get a chance to meet her, she's probably one of the best people to meet at a convention.
Yes.
Okay, why did my phone just get off? It just got me out of the list. I don't know if I click something back down. But yeah, that was the 5th entry of Caesar and Otto, and I'm trying to find it again. There we go. Yeah, and that one, his half brother Otto take on the role of Santa, and his what the heck? It just scrolled up the body. Stop! I'm not even touching anything, and it's going all crazy. So they take on the role as Santa and his elf. When a fellow store Santa develops a serious grudge against the pair, the body count starts piling up. Look for appearances by Lena Quigley, Felissa Rose, Brink Stevens, Lloyd Kaufman, and more. So yeah, they got some good cast in it. Let's see. Christmas Blood. I haven't seen that. Christmas Cruelty. Christmas Eve Dinner.
I just watched Christmas Cruelty. That was pretty brutal.
Let's see, what's that one? Well, from the picture that I see posted, it looks like it. Like some guy got his head smashed in about 50 billion times. That's what it looks like in the picture.
It's another foreign one. It's Norwegian. It's the serial killer. Every Christmas, he targets a woman and kills, rapes and kills her and any family or friends that are with her. And so it follows the next set of victims. And I mean, it wasn't as graphic as the Terrifier, but it just I still found it pretty disturbing.
Let's see. Found it cruel. Echo said the new Return of the Living Dead takes place 18 months after the first one. Okay.
And in Pennsylvania, I believe, because the first one was in Kentucky. So I think that they're doing a nod of possibly Return of, or Night of the Living Dead, because that was in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Okay. Yeah, those few that I just went by look like foreign films. Yeah, some of those foreign films, they get pretty brutal.
Yeah, and I remember with the Deathcember, that anthology that had the 24, there were some foreign ones. I was like, how did that relate to Christmas? There was one that was a futuristic one, and this woman was dying of contamination, and she ends up dying, and I'm like, what does that have to do with
it? That should have been in a sci-fi anthology, not a Christmas.
I don't know if you remember that one. It was one of the earlier ones, and I'm like, it takes place centuries on some other planet.
I remember that. Yeah, centuries in the future.
With the holidays. I don't know.
Oh, what was the one with? Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, you go ahead.
I was gonna say, what was it? Christmas Sleigh or Santa's Sleigh with Goldberg, the wrestler. When he kills
that one was pretty good.
Fran Dresser when he kills them all at the dinner table. Let's see. Echo said Werewolf Santa is a good one, but I felt like they held back and that they could have gone some crazy with it and made it funnier than it was at times. Werewolf Santa.
That wasn't even on my radar. That one. Werewolf Santa. On the list, I'm at Christmas Evil, which I've seen a few times. That one's pretty good.
Mhm.
It's a nice descent into madness.
Oh yeah, Dead End's a good one.
Yeah, that reminded me of like Soul Survivor.
That kind of did a little bit. That's the movie that it reminded me of. For the first time in 20 years, Frank decides to take a shortcut on his way to his in-laws for Christmas. He and his family wind up getting lost in the middle of nowhere, but that's not the worst of it. Things get pretty spooky on Christmas Eve, but there's also some humor to match. Let's see what else is on here. Deadly Games.
Oh, the Deli Games. That was the one I was mentioning earlier that like predates Home Alone.
Okay, also known as Game Over and Dial Code Santa Claus, this French horror thriller follows a lonely but resourceful young boy obsessed with Rambo as he's left alone with his grandfather on Christmas Eve. When a psycho dressed in as Santa Claus breaks into his mansion, the boy pulls out all the stops to save himself and his grandpa. So it's a little kid Rambo style.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say Christmas Evil, the movie with Fiona Apple's dad in it, is a killer Santa, a fact that I am still stuck on. Oh, I didn't know that was Fiona Apple's dad.
Yeah, me neither.
The more you know. Deadly Little Christmas looks like something with Felissa Rose. An 8-year-old boy slaughters his entire family on Christmas Day. He's locked away in an asylum for 15 years until he breaks out with plans to start anew. Now that he's much older, his Christmas massacre plans are much grander.
8 years old, killing your family? That's quite
That
young.
almost sounds like the movie Pieces a little bit when he kills his mom and he's playing or he's putting together those pieces.
Oh, the puzzle. Yeah.
He gets caught putting together a nudie puzzle. Yeah. Those police detectives in it and stuff. That was such a weird movie. It's like, oh yeah, let's just have some random civilian help out with murder. All right, let's see what else we got here. Deep Red. Deep Red was a Christmas one?
It was. I recently watched that. The majority of the movie doesn't take place at Christmas, but the origin of how the killing, how it messed up the person, it was tied to Christmas.
Oh, okay. Because it's been a while since I've seen it, but I just didn't remember it being tied to Christmas.
Yeah, it's kind of loose, but it is there.
Grindhouse release was selling a copy of the puzzle from Pieces, but it keeps selling out. Yeah. Popular puzzle, I'm sure.
With the blood stained on it and all.
Or without the blood stain on it. You're like, where does this piece go? I wonder. Let's see, elves. No, why does it keep kicking me out of here in this list? Gosh.
Don't Open Till Christmas. I do like Don't Open Till Christmas, even though I know the movie had a lot of issues. Like I could see the potential that it had, that it had. I don't know if you've seen that one.
No, I haven't watched that one yet. Still got some time before Christmas to watch some of these. Let's see. Dead of Night. I wonder if that's any good. 1945. It's a British horror anthology. Tells multiple tales of terror, but only one relates to the holiday. The Christmas party spins a chilling story of a ghostly encounter during a children's Christmas gathering.
I believe I've seen that one. I think that's the same one that has a creepy one with a marionette doll.
The Elf, I've seen that. I believe that's on Tubi too for anyone who wants to check it out. Nick, who witnessed a murder as a child, inherits an old toy shop as an adult In it, he finds an elf doll locked away inside an old chest alongside a list with his family name on it. It turns out the doll is an evil conduit that unleashes a killing spree once freed.
No, that doll's evil. Oh, it's hard to believe. I'm looking at the picture too. It's like,
well, the picture looks funny. It's an elf on a shelf. Oh, did you see that? I shared it on my Facebook. It said, "You heard of Elf on the Shelf?" And it shows a critter on top of the toilet. Critter on a shelf.
I don't know if I've seen that one. I've seen plenty of those variations. Like I've seen DeVito on a burrito and other.
Farley on a Harley.
Yeah.
No, but that was funny. Because it being a horror movie, went up like critter on a shitter. That's hilarious. If you see it, it's funny. Oh yeah, the Ginger Dead Man. That was during Christmas time.
Yeah. Well, gingerbread is also typically a holiday.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, there's the critter on the shitter. Yep, I see that.
I knew I shared it. Gremlins, of course. I like when they're all singing la, 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 when they're caroling. Oh, there's that Holiday Hell with Jeffrey Combs. Home for the Holidays. I Trapped the Devil. I still got to watch that. I got that. I'm Dreaming of a White Doomsday. It's after the apocalypse. A mother struggles to keep her 8-year-old son alive in the bomb shelter. It's the holidays. Does this bleak landscape offer any Christmas miracles for the pair?
I usually have to be in a mood for that when I know it's a very bleak and kind of depressing setting like that.
I still need to watch this one. Rare Exports is one I need. Oh yeah, he said he needs the one to see. Short.
I did see that. That one was pretty good.
I think that might be
another good foreign one.
Oh yeah, Jack Frost. I always watch that one too. That's funny.
Yeah. Oh, the sequel. It's taking place in a tropical area.
That's what's funny. They're on a tropical island. And I guess it mixed with some chemical where they can't melt or something. That's why they're okay in the heat. Or I forget how they explained it. But a freak accident involving a genetic research truck exposes a serial killer to chemicals. Those chemicals cause the killer to dissolve and fuse with snow, turning him into a homicidal snowman hell-bent on revenge. And the way he looked in the second one too didn't look any way he did in the first one. And then the little baby snowman with the teeth.
And then it was weird because in the second one,
they get Jaws the Revenge on the list. That was so bad I forgot it was a Christmas one. Oh, the sharks just follow.
Krampus. Oh, and of course Krampus. Oh, I think we lost Steven again. Are you there?
It's cutting out. Yeah, I'm here, but you're cutting out. I don't know if it's my end probably, or I don't know what's going on. You're talking about the second Jaws and Jack Frost. Jock Frost? That's the French version. Jock Frost. No,
I was mentioning on Jack Frost too. There was a thing where his DNA mixed with some guys, and then I remember the guy had an allergy. He was allergic to something, and that ended up being the kryptonite for him.
And it
was weird. There was some DNA mix. But
yep, the allergy.
You can't really think too hard with those kind of movies.
It made him blow up, and it mixed with them.
And we got to all the Krampus movies. I've only really seen the first one. I know there's a lot of sequels. I haven't seen any of these.
So there's a Krampus 2015. Then there's Krampus the Christmas Devil. Krampus the Reckoning. Krampus 2, The Devil Returns.
Krampus Origins, Krampus Unleashed.
Oh, it's funny. I watched it's not a horror movie, but it's got Krampus involved in it. That new movie, Bread One. Yeah,
Was that
Krampus.
good?
Yeah, it was good. Krampus was interesting in that one. It was funny. And of course, you got The Rock as the head of security of Santa Claus. So basically, what it is, it's like a security on Santa Claus, and somebody kidnaps him, and they find him because I won't go too much into it, but oh, what's his name? Who's in it? Chris Evans. He's like a hire. He'll like look stuff up or track people down. He's just does dirty dealings for money, and he discovered where the North Pole was. And he had sold that information, not knowing. He thought something was like being tested there, so he just got paid to find the location, and he actually helped kidnap Santa Claus, and so he gets dragged into it, thinking they did it on purpose, and then he helps them. Blah blah blah. But yeah, that's the story of that. Let's see. Sadly, the main hero in Jack Frost died in 2008 in an avalanche. What?
Oh.
Did he really die in an avalanche? That's kind of.
Well,
Was it a snow avalanche or a rock? I mean, it's not funny. I'm just like, oh, he was in a movie about a killer snowman and he dies in an avalanche. That really happened. That's almost like Paul Walker dying in a car crash after being in a car movie. Yeah, a bunch of them. Yeah. But yeah, that's what a way to go. I'll stop on the night train, the lodge. Lucky Stiff, what is that? After being left at the altar by his fiance, jilted loser is invited by a beautiful woman to celebrate Christmas with her family. Little does he know that her family are cannibals and is intended to be Christmas dinner. This horror comedy was directed by Norman Bates himself, Anthony Perkins. I'll have to look that up. It came out in 1988. Anything cannibalistic is fun.
Yeah.
Let's see, Merry Christmas.
Like mix it up because there's only so many killer Santa. It's like, oh, let's just throw in a cannibal family.
Mother Krampus.
I watched that one.
Sleigh Ride.
Oh, I recently also watched Mrs. Claus.
That's a good one. Yep. That's a Wild Eye movie. Yeah, and Mel has a part in that. Mel Halfway, for people who might not know, but
yeah, I didn't watch the trailer, and like for some reason I was thinking it was going to be supernatural, and I was like hoping that Mel's character was going to come back, but sadly no. So I was a little disappointed.
It was a fun part she played, though. I think. Yeah. Echo is saying it was snowing. Yes, it's hard not to have it cross your mind that the guy who fought a killer snowman in some movies was killed by snow in real life. Let's see what else we got here.
Yep, and there's Night of the Comet.
Night of the Comet, which Echo mentioned.
Of course, The Nightmare Before Christmas.
A Halloween Christmas movie. That's good for both holidays. Oh yeah, Once Upon a Time at Christmas, where they dress up as Mr. and Mrs. Claus and go on a killing spree.
Yeah, I think I watched that last year. I think there was a sequel to it as well.
Psycho Santa. Oh, Puppet Master versus Demonic Toys. The Puppet Master and Demonic Toys crossover event takes place on Christmas Eve. A group of evil toy makers seek out to use Andre Tolan's formula to give life to killer toys. Luckily, Tolan's nephew is there with the puppets to stop the sinister plot.
Yeah, I saw that a long time ago, so I forgot that was a Christmas one.
Oh, the original Rabid is a Christmas movie. An experimental surgery post-accident leaves Rose with an insatiable thirst for blood. Her victims become crazed zombies, causing a citywide epidemic. The David Cronenberg favorite. The holiday connection is minimal. Okay, yeah, it's minimal. Okay, yeah. Oh, Red Christmas was a good one with Dee Wallace, and I believe that might be on Tubi.
Ooh, that one was a tough one to watch. I mean, after I watched that, I'm like, I'm good. Just, yeah.
Oh, that just reminds me. Thinking of that Red Christmas, there was actually a title before that, not too long. Steve Rudinsky did a Red Christmas about a woman who like killed guys on Christmas. I don't know if you ever saw that one.
Mm-mm.
She would like tie him up and torture and kill him. Let's see. Oh, there's Santa's Sleigh that I had mentioned earlier. Secret Santa. They got Scrooge on the list with Bill Murray. That's funny. And I just got kicked out of the list again. Gosh. Making me scroll all the way down here again because it kicked me out.
Then they get into all the Silent Night titles: Silent Night, Bloody Night, and the sequel, Silent Night, Deadly Night, all those sequels.
Oh, I just came across Speeders too.
Yep. Mark's the only Christmas movie that got mentioned. Yeah, I didn't realize there was a Silent Night, Zombie Night.
It's probably further down. I'm driving a White Doomsday. How did I miss? Scroll down. There's Jack Frost. Get back to where I was. A newer one, I believe it's still on Shutter too. It's a Wonderful Knife.
Oh, yeah, I watched that one last year. I liked that one.
Lately, it seems this year they kind of doing like some time travel movies and stuff like that, or alternate realities, or seems to be popular the last couple of years. Yeah, it keeps kicking me out of there right when I scroll back to where I was. That's making me mad. I don't know why it's doing that. Saying something that I clicked on Bloody Disgusting Messenger. No, I did not click on your messenger. I'm trying to read your movies.
Yeah. I'm on the T's. I'm like To All a Good Night. That one. Yeah, very.
Oh, they're off. You know what? I didn't realize they were in alphabetical order. That makes sense. I've just been reading them there. Let's see. Secret Santa.
I was trying to look for Ugly Sweater Party, but it wasn't like streaming on like Tubi or anything.
I think this might be on Tubi, the Sick for Toys. That was a good one. Roy is a self-identified nice guy, tired of coming in last. It prompts him to accept a Christmas dinner invitation by a beautiful, strange Amelia. If you've been reading along, then at this point, the list should come to no surprise that this mysterious dinner won't end well.
Probably cannibals, I'm guessing.
Sorta, and she tortures them and stuff, yeah. Okay, there's all the Silent Night, Deadly Nights. Yeah, I like the fifth one, The Toy Maker. That was a good one. That's the one with Brian Bremer, who was in Pumpkinhead. Sleigh Bells is a good one. Have you seen that one? With Barry Bostwick as the Santa Claus.
I think I've seen that.
And then fights Krampus in that one. Echo said he thinks he's seen Silent Night, Zombie Night. Soul Survivor, Stoned. Oh, yeah, you can take the phone. Let's see.
And Tales from the Crypt. That one had a Christmas story.
Another Santa Claus one. Oh, and I don't know if it's still on Shutter or not also, but and it only lasted 2 seasons, but Holliston, they did a Christmas special.
And what was the name of the show?
Holliston that Adam Green did, and Joe Lynch was on it. Kane Hodder guest on it one time or a couple of times. David Naughton from American Werewolf in London. Bill Moseley. Who else guest starred on that? Danielle Harris guest starred on it. I guess that's it. Whoever slew Auntie Roo while she was out. There's Ugly Sweater Party. An ugly sweater party gets bloody when an evil Christmas sweater possesses its wearer and renders them homicidal. Oh, Sean Whalen and Felissa Rose? Oh.
Yeah, I was looking for that one, but I couldn't find it like streaming free anywhere. So it's like, well, I do want to watch it at some point, but put that lower on the list for now.
So, Ugly Christmas Sweater. Okay. Or Ugly... Wait, was it Party or Ugly Christmas Sweater?
Ugly Sweater Party.
Ugly Sweater Party. Let's see. Ugly Sweater Party. Well, not on that one streaming site that we both know. I was hoping.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll be around somewhere. That must be that must be a somewhat newer one, like this year, or was it last year? Does it have the date on it?
I don't think so. Google it.
I want to see his new movie that he just did, Crust.
Ugly Sweater Parties from 2018.
Oh, wow. Okay. I wonder how I missed that one. Let's see. Yeah, let me bring up.
So this article was published in 2019, so that might be why some of Mark's other films aren't on here. But I thought maybe unless they updated.
Oh, it's an older article.
Well, I mean, isn't It's a Wonderful Knife was on this list, and that only just came out last year. So maybe it was originally.
So I guess it was updated.
Yeah, so it was originally published in 2019. Maybe they've been updating it. But...
Okay, yeah, they'd have to have updated if It's a Wonderful Knife was on there. Let's see. Trying to see what was some other good ones. Was there any that weren't on that list that like where you're on your own personal list?
Well, I mean, like the Silent Night, Deadly Night ones are classics. I like the first two, and Part 5 is pretty good too. I like the Black Christmas, the original, and the one from the early 2000s. Mm-hmm. Krampus is pretty good.
Oh, I had sort of started watching it before. It's a Wild Eye movie, and it is on Tubi. Nightmare on 34th Street.
That sounds a little familiar.
Red Christmas, Wind Chill.
Oh, it's an anthology?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, what was it? Something Down the Chimney with a Shotgun. That's another Wild Eye one.
Oh, there was Killer Christmas Elves. I don't think that was a Wild Eye, but it was another independent one. That one was like very cheesy, but I really enjoyed that one.
Yeah, some of those independent ones are kind of funny. Let's see, Red Snow. I still need to watch that one. It looks like it's with vampires. It's called Red Snow. And it is on.
Oh, yeah, I watched that one. It doesn't, I mean, it takes place at Christmas. It didn't really have a Christmassy feel. This author, she's obsessed with vampires. She ends up helping and kind of trapping this wounded vampire, and she just like wants to learn from him. So it's more about vampires than Christmas. It just happens to take place at Christmas time.
One of those ones where you sort of mentions Christmas, but that's it, really. It's not really.
Yeah.
Better watch out. Yeah. Yeah, I think a lot of those movies. Let me see which ones are on Tubi. I'll just type Christmas horror movies on Tubi. That way anyone can. Because I know there were a few of those that we mentioned that are on there.
Did you watch Christmas Bloody Christmas that came out last year?
Was that the robotic Santa Claus one?
Yeah.
It was all right. Some good
Yeah.
kills, of course.
Like the ending was like almost identical to Terminator. Like, come on, guys.
That's basically what it was. It was like a Santa Terminator.
Yeah.
Christmas horror movies on Tubi. I guess Steven was busy tonight because usually if he's on, he can like look all. He loves answering all this stuff. Let's see, Christmas horror movies on Tubi. The Elf, Krampus, Krampus Unleashed, Krampus 2, Black Christmas, the 2006 one is on there, Silent Night, Host, Jack Frost, Mother Krampus, The Night Before Christmas, Anna and the Apocalypse, Stranger in the House. Shouldn't that be Black Christmas? It looks like Black Christmas, the original. That's weird. It says Stranger in the House, 1974, but it looks like the cover almost to Black Christmas. A movie called Inside, Safe Neighborhood. That says Ashley travels to a home of the Laniers, or whatever the last name is, to babysit their 12-year-old son Luke during the holidays. This almost sounds like Better Watch Out. Gonna watch a kid during the holidays. She must defend herself from the young. What? Intruders announce their arrival. Is it? Why did it bring up Better Watch? Okay, that's weird. Oh, it did say okay, it is Better Watch Out, but like on the box, I didn't see it. It just says Safe Neighborhood, or I just read what was on the cover. Okay, because when I'm reading that about the 12-year-old son, that sounds like Better Watch Out, and then it says Better Watch Out. Okay, so yeah, that one's on Tubi. Well, that is like when they show the picture. I don't know if you'll be able to see the reflection, but they're showing a picture of it. And it just says Safe Neighborhood. It doesn't even. Well, it's not showing. Never mind. But it's not saying Better Watch Out. It says Safe Neighborhood. Kind of like how Stranger in the House for Black Christmas. Well, now it says Black Christmas when I click on it. So maybe it's just like giving like
maybe
a little.
Sometimes they have like alternate titles, or maybe it's just like a tagline, and they just.
I was going to say it's probably the tagline for the movie. Let's see. Silent Night 2 is on there. Holiday Hell, Christmas Blood, Christmas Sleigh, Dead End, Red Snow, Secret Santa, Sleigh Bells. Await further instructions. What is that?
Oh, that was on the list. That one I think had like a sci-fi thing. There's some threat outside, like some black goop, and then like their TV says await further instructions, like don't try to leave or something.
Yeah, that's what it says.
Like an alien type vibe to it.
Yeah, it says on Christmas Day, a family wake up to discover a mysterious black substance surrounding the house, and their TV screen broadcasts a single message: stay indoors and await further instructions. Okay, so that's on Tubi. The Rare Exports is on there. Ginger Dead Man, Lady Krampus, Silent Night, Bloody Night, Nutcracker Massacre, Once Upon a Time at Christmas. Oh, this is a funny one. Steve Rudinsky's Amityville Christmas Vacation is on Tubi. Deathcember, Santa Jaws, 13 Slays to Xmas. That was a good one. Different anthology where they're in the bar telling stories.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I watched that one last year.
Sick for Toys, Silent Night, Deadly Night 3, 5, Mercy Christmas, Secret Santa, Christmas Cruelty, The Killing Tree, Puppet Master versus Demonic Toys, Unholy Night, Feeders 2 is on there, American Exorcist. So yeah, there's a lot of Christmas horror on Tubi.
Yeah.
So
a lot of like
I think that's that
bloody disgusting list.
Yep. Krampus versus Bigfoot. Okay, that's funny. So yeah, that's the holiday list there for people, and let's see how long we've been going. Oh, hour and 4 minutes. All right, and got the list for everybody there. But I know I'm got to do stuff tomorrow, and you too. So, but yeah, we covered a lot.
Well, there's so many, Christmas and holiday horror movies. It looks like I said, like I haven't even watched half of their list. So like that's gonna, and I only like to watch Christmas movies in December. So come January, I'm not gonna want to continue watching this. So it's gonna take me a long time to get through this list if I'm only watching them in
A
December.
couple of years. But then new Christmas movies will be coming out next year. It's like, oh my god,
it's gonna be never ending. Like I'll probably never be able to get through the entire list.
I bet by next year they'll have some more Krampus movies out that we can talk about. Yeah, remember last year?
Sure. And like I feel like we're just starting to learn about some of the other, Yuletide monsters. So I imagine that maybe they'll start to make movies on, from them. Like there's the Yule Cat, there's like other Icelandic monsters, there's Frau Perchta. Like maybe we'll start to crank out even more. I would love to see a Yule Cat, themed horror movie.
Hey Mark, let's do a Yule Cat movie.
Mark, more contributors.
We got an idea for you. Here's the basis of the creature. Go for it. Oh, that'd be funny. Who knows? That'll be one of his 20 movies for next year that he's got going on, I'm sure. So, movie with Steven versus the zombie elves. Okay.
Steve versus zombie elves. Oh, the zombie ones from A Christmas Horror Story.
It's the sequel. I'll play I'll play the crazy Santa in the next Christmas Story too. What else? Any other movies you can think of or that you saw?
It pretty much covers it. Did you see the Mean One? I think that came out last year.
We didn't mention that. Yeah, the Mean One was a good one. The only thing I didn't like about it is how they did the special effects on the blood, the digital blood. It was kind of silly looking instead of practical effects.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, David Howard Thornton was awesome as the Mean One.
Yeah, we covered a lot. So, like, what is your personal favorite? Like, what's your go-to that you have to watch every season?
Well, we did mention it. I always do watch Gremlins every year, Nightmare Before Christmas. Let's see. Oh, the CGI blood. Yeah, that's what Echo was saying. CGI blood he can't stand. Yeah, that was. It almost looked like Mortal Kombat blood. The original Mortal Kombat, like the blood cloud.
But yeah, since you like Gremlins, I would check out There's Something in the Barn. That one was pretty cute.
So,
gotta watch some horror.
The Silent Night, original Silent Night, like a lot of the older Silent Night, Deadly Night, Black Christmas, all those.
Yeah.
But then recently, then when it came out, I forget what year, of course, the Christmas Horror Story is a good one.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, mostly I like a lot of the older ones. There hasn't really been like newer ones that I'm like, oh, that's my new favorite movie, it's fun to watch, but it hasn't been like one, every year. But It's a Wonderful Knife is a good one. Even though it just came out last year. So, there's a few recent ones. And of course, Terrifier 3 will be always now a good one. How about you?
Pretty much the same with some of the classics. Black Christmas is really good, and the Silent Night, Deadly Night. Like I put on, Don't Open Till Christmas while I was, multitasking. Even though I acknowledge there's issues with that movie, but it's still a decent slasher. But then, you have the action movies too. Die Hard is an
of course, yeah. If we go just regular or action, Die Hard's always a fun one.
Yeah. And the Violent Night, that was pretty good too.
Mm-hmm. And of course, it's not horror, but National Lampoon's Christmas. Like, if we want to talk Christmas movies too, that's yeah.
Well, yeah,
So,
Christmas Vacation, that one's really good. And I know that they play A Christmas Story, over and over on Christmas, but usually I
that
might.
time, I'm a little. They play that a little too much, where I just get tired of it. I mean, like it is a good movie, but then when they do it
Well,
over
I
so
mean,
many
I
times, it's
don't
like,
leave the TV on that, whatever channel, but like I might just watch it once on Christmas Day.
well,
I
of
don't
course, not
just.
going to watch it that many times, but even like when you're flipping through channels and you keep hearing it, like, oh my gosh, it's still going. But you'll shoot your eye out. And of course, they go to the Chinese restaurant, and when he gets his tongue stuck to the pole, and the leg lamp is funny though. I like the leg lamp.
Fragile.
Fragile. Must be French.
And like the mother's screaming on the phone when he lied. Like, where did you learn that curse word? Oh, I learned it from this other kid. And the mom calls the other mom. Guess where my son learned this word? And then, what? And her screaming on the phone.
They're screaming at each other. But yeah, those are some Christmas classics. But for horror, like I said, just the older ones mostly, and there's some newer ones that now made the list.
But yeah, you gotta start watching some of the foreign ones because they're pretty good.
Yes, for sure. And I'll check out that Advent calendar probably tomorrow or a couple days or something. Got to be in that mood to watch the foreign. I mean, there's nothing wrong with them. They're really good. It's just I just had to be
Well,
aware.
and some of the streaming services like Netflix will offer like a dubbed version, but whereas some of the sites that we use, it's just subtitled.
Yeah, it works though.
Yeah, can't complain.
Not at all. Yeah, that's funny. What else? Yeah, I think that's it. So I think I might eat the rest of my dinner too, and I got a cupcake aside. I'm gonna finish off.
Nice.
So yeah, I had a couple of these cupcakes that my landlord gave me that someone had baked. Like this woman who bakes cupcakes, really good ones. So. And then there was another person. I thought it was the same woman at first, but there's another woman who makes these pound cakes. So good. So that was my Christmas treat.
What?
But the cupcake was my Christmas treat. What are you wanting about?
I am cooking for Christmas.
I said treat, like sweet cupcake. But anyway, whatever.
Nothing else sweet for you. I get it all.
All right, no more commentary off to the side. But yeah. So, alrighty then. Anything else you want to leave off before we head out?
No, I think we covered a huge list of horror movies.
And what people can find on Tubi. So, all right. Well, thanks for everyone who came in. Let me see. There's Echo, Patrick. Let's see who else had come in there. View. Oh, I forgot who else it was, and it's not letting me scroll up. But yeah. So I'll figure out. Nothing planned for next week yet, but I'll keep posted. And so I was kind of hoping I had invited him last year. Speaking of Silent Night, Deadly Night, Brian Wilson, who was this Killer Santa in it, he ended up following me back, and so I sent a message. Maybe to have him on sometimes. That'd be cool to talk.
Nice.
Talk to a Killer Santa. So who knows if I'll set that up this month or not, or even if it's in January, whatever. I mean, Christmas time would be better, but he's probably busy. And then, of course, Christmas time, having plans with family anyways, I'm sure. So, but alrighty, so I'm sure I'll see you again eventually. We'll talk more movies, the usual. So, all right.
Thanks for having me, and this was fun.
As
Thanks
always.
everyone for stopping by.
All right. Have a good Christmas, and everybody else. See you next week.